Mighty Red Riding Hood, a fairly queer tale, written and illustrated by Wallace West. Little Leroy LaRouge had a mighty fine collection of coats, but his favorite was a little red riding hood that his sweet old MooMoo gave him. It had frills and bows that made Leroy feel more special than a birthday cake. That riding hood was dang near all Leroy wanted to wear, so everyone called him Little Red, and that made him happier than a pig in a mud. One day, Little Red's mama said, "Little Red, take this basket of homemade pea bean fishbone muffins to your MooMoo." Little Red was delighted to rid the house of those yucky muffins. He was even more tickled to get to visit old MooMoo. On his way to MooMoo's house, Little Red happened to see a stranger.
"Howdy,"
grumbled the stranger, glaring right at Little Red's riding hood.
"Hi,"
said Little Red. He knew he shouldn't chitty-chat with strangers, but wolves were nothing but big old dogs, right?
"No."
You bet your great Aunt Mimi they were.
"No, I usually only see frills and bows like that on girls' clothes,"
said the wolf.
"And you know I usually don't talk to strangers,"
said Little Red right back.
"Guess we're both rule breakers."
He waved goodbye and skipped away. Sooner than Sunday, that wolf caught up.
"Why in the name of the hill country do you wear that silly swishy thing?"
snarled the wolf.
"It's a riding hood, and it's not silly. It's my favorite, thank you very much."
"Fluffy, puffy clothes should be on a girl,"
snapped the wolf.
"Well, it makes me feel like a firecracker,
popped Little Red.
"So I'll keep it right here."
He did a twirl and waved goodbye. Little Red hadn't gone more than a few skips when, what'd you know, that wolf was smack dab in the middle of the path again.
"Why not wear a red hat?"
the wolf persisted.
"Or straight up and down red socks instead of all that flimsy fluff?"
"Because I'm mighty when I wear this,"
Little Red said to the whole wide woods.
"I'm not trading it for some plain old socks to satisfy a grumbly grump, telling boys what they should and shouldn't wear."
Before that wolf could grumble one more grump, Little Red spun around and was on his way. Little Red was a hop, skip, and a twirl away from MooMoo's front porch when, boo! There was that wolf again.
"Listen here,"
howled the wolf.
"Give me that hood and I'll find you one that's better for a boy."
"How about you find something better howl about than my clothes?"
cracked Little Red. He'd about had it with this darn wolf. About then, out came old MooMoo. "Now, what's all this hollering about?" she said as loud as a rumbling thundercloud.
"This wolf thinks he knows better than anybody who should wear my riding hood,"
said Little Red. "That's so," rumbled MooMoo, stomping over to that wolf.
"That's so,"
said the wolf.
"This boy's skipping around in a hood meant for a girl."
"This hood is meant for Little Red," said MooMoo. "And I gave it to him, not to dress him up as a boy or a girl, because I knew he'd feel as mighty as a firecracker wearing it."
"Listen,"
said Little Red, shushing everyone.
"I'll give you this riding hood under one condition. Eat some of these yummy muffins so we don't have to hear you howling for at least a few bites."
Little Red held out the basket. MooMoo held in a laugh, and the wolf held open his big mouth. In the muffins went, and out they came.
Yo, what in the name of Swamp Sister was that garbage?
Spewed the wolf.
Some homemade pea bin fishbone muffins. You didn't like them?
Little Red laughed.
About as much as I like greasy piles of garbage.
The wolf replied. MooMoo snorted. His mama's muffins are nastier than poo on a shoe.
Poo on a shoe,
Agreed the wolf.
Poo on a shoe.
Little Red chuckled. Looks like we can all agree on one thing, said MooMoo.
We can agree on 2 things.
Said Little Red.
Lunchtime.
He took that wolf's paw in his hands and gave it a mighty little squeeze.
And I smell a pot of MooMoo's chili cooking.
You mean you want to gobble up a bowl with me?
Whispered the wolf, suddenly shy as a butterfly.
You gotta get rid of that shoe poo taste somehow.
Little Red grinned.
And there's nothing a great big bowl of lunch can't fix among friends.
Friends?
The wolf asked, squeezing Little Red's hands right back. Little Red winked and nodded.
Come on.
Before you get to gobbling, we have a few rules around here, MooMoo said. We wash our paws before we eat, and we keep our chitty-chatty nice and friendly, so we feel mighty.
Like a firecracker?
Asked the wolf.
Like a firecracker.
Agreed Little Red. The end.